she's got going on and this beautiful soul that you're ready to meet. Hello, Lora.
Hello, Judy.
How are you doing, you beautiful soul?
Every day is a beautiful day because it's another opportunity to make things happen.
You know it is. So I'm going to go ahead and just tell the viewers just a little bit about you. You are a mother of you're a wife of almost 20 years, and you are a mother of 6 children. And I'm going to say that again. She is a mother of 6 children. I kid you not. They all were planned as far as I know. She loves her children. She owns also a company, massage. She's a massage therapist and owns Blue Heron Massage Files. And they are in Pawleys Island in Charlotte. And this is where I am today, actually at her location. She's in another room as we are filming the Zoom video today, the episode for her. And she is an amazing woman. And I've known Lora when I moved to Charlotte 5 years ago is when we met at an event. And we just really hit it off and had an opportunity to exchange services. So she's been a client, I've been a client of hers. And so I'm telling you, she's an amazing woman. So Lora, can you please say hello?
Hello.
Yeah, so a mother of 6. Oh my gosh. That, I'm always just amazed because I'm a mother of 4 and I know what it's like to have 4 children. So I can only imagine with 6. However, I think you handle stress with children or maybe something motherhood. Maybe it's a little bit easier for you to run a business than what it would be for me.
I joke with my employees all the time that being a boss is like being a mom, and running a business is like running a household. And we even have, affectionately termed each one of the employees as a certain kind of child: the high maintenance child, the technically challenged child, the time twins that struggle with being on time, the golden child, the OCD child. So we kind of have fun with that. But everybody knows that I don't play favorites. And while I honor everyone's differences, and I love them all differently, because in my experience, people need to be loved differently in order to be loved correctly.
Perfect. That is so true. I love that. I love it. And I do know that you do speak and you do have this really famous podcast that you do the videos, Trenches, Lipstick in the Trenches.
Lipstick in the Trenches. That's right.
Yeah. And yes. And you are a triathlon. Is that correct?
Spartan. I train for Spartan races. So yeah, I like to get down and dirty. And it's been a real experience. I was always a high school athlete, but this has been a different type of training and really learning to become more aware of your body, because you're using your body weight in most of the obstacles. But yeah, I like to get dirty and connect with the earth on all levels. So it's fun for me.
Beautiful, beautiful. So as an intuitive, I am going to do a prayer. And what I'm doing is connecting us, of course, but I also want to make sure that all the viewers understand that real breakthroughs is about them also, to the point where whatever we're discussing, there's going to be people out there that can relate to it. And my prayer is that everybody will receive a healing. And so that's how I'm going to join us now and see if we can get the show. I know you have a busy day and I want to make sure we keep on your schedule. So with that being said, here we go. So Father, Mother, God, creator of all, I'm calling in Jesus Christ. I'm calling in all the archangels of heaven and earth and our spirit guides and angels and all that travel with us, that help us, and calling on the Holy Spirit to just take over for the healing, whatever is best for Lora, whatever is for our highest and best good. Protect us all, protect the viewers, protect everyone into that beautiful, holy, golden light of the eternal light and the creator of all there is. So through this power of attention of unconditional love, I'm requesting and receiving pure insight, wisdom, truth to assist Laura on her path of unconditional love, whatever is for her highest and best good. Okay, let's begin. All right, so we talked beforehand just briefly that you've got a lot of stress right now. And if I could please help you with that. And I said to you, but I see this like black energy, which is void of light, right? So it is something that is here that's almost like if you were playing like you were lifting weights, and it's like a weight, you know, like on, you're going to be lifting weights, and it's one of those bar weights that goes on a bar. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's a plate.
A plate. Oh, the plate, the old plate. Okay.
The plate, that's what they call what goes on the bar. They're different weights, but they're
Well,
called
that's
plates.
what I see. And then I'm also seeing that you're wearing, which is like not you, a scarf, and it's wrapped around and it's tight around your head. It's tied here. What would that mean to you?
Probably trying to keep my mouth shut and not say things that I want to say to people because I know it won't necessarily have a positive result.
Oh God, I've just been more guilty of opening my mouth. I really honor the fact that you can do that. So I do feel it's contributing to the weight, you know, the weight, that's heavy on you, being that it's on your head. I'm not seeing it on your shoulders. Shoulders is usually where we carry stuff. But the thing of it is that in the moment of divineness of who we are, it is a lightness that's able to pour in us, and that energy flows and it's always open. And I'm feeling like the stress is so much heavy right now, and you wear many hats, that it's just, we need to help lift that up. And I feel that it will give you also stronger direction. Okay, so the downfall when you zip your mouth and you don't say what you really want to, you still got to release that mind clutter. So
Agreed.
So
Well,
ask
and the
yourself
interesting thing is everybody can tell that something's wrong. And yet it's this catch-22 because if I am free with my thoughts and my concerns, then it has a tendency to offend people. They get upset. It doesn't improve the relationship, doesn't improve the situation. And so it's like, do I just swallow it and keep it to myself, which then it gets pent up. I'm also struggling with, I have had a recent betrayal. And that's, I like to think that I've forgiven, but there's like a real trust barrier because it has to do with a teenager, shocking, where you know in your mind that this teenager is struggling, and you know in your mind that this teenager has had negative programming and traumas and these things. But you know, I understand hurt people, but it still hurts. So I'd say that's another weight I feel like I'm carrying, particularly because I'm involved in daily interactions with helping this teenager every day.
Okay, so the energy I'm seeing, it's almost like, so I describe it as a play, but I see this negativity coming in and hitting you. Is this teen, do you have support by the family behind the teen? Or would they
Not
be?
really.
Okay,
I
that's
do,
the
I
energy.
do from my husband, but there's a lot of negativity coming from the family of the teenager.
That's it. So let's clear that energy. So
That would be great.
I feel that that is really the biggest problem right now, because I literally see a stream of dark energy, and that's just
I feel like,
negativity.
and there's a lot of energy gifts on in the family, and a lot of, in my opinion, misuse of those gifts for darkness. And so the shielding, while I am very naturally gifted at shielding, I feel like it's a constant attack.
That's what the disc is. And it's like trying to cover up. It's intended to it's hate, it's mean, it's very low vibration.
It's
And
jealousy, it's resentment.
yeah, yeah. And sometimes that I want the viewers to know in you that we're so powerful and we can use it in favor of life, or we can use it in a destructive way. And the power of God is light. It is just is. So are you going up, not you, but is that energy that is coming out, is it feeding that a negative energy of the power, or is it a positive? And it is definitely what I see as a negative energy, and it is clogging you, and it's making it heavy, and it's making it harder. So you just keep like you're going higher and higher and higher. And I like the fact you said Chinese, because I think the Chinese, that the Chinese communists are taking a rap of destruction, and it becomes more and more apparent. And it doesn't I love Chinese people. I've had some great relationships, with the Chinese culture. I love it.
Oh
But
yeah.
there is, when you have a government that is communism, that is not good energy. And so I just found it interesting. Your analogy was a building of China. So that tells me right then and there, okay, we're dealing with some energy. It needs to go.
And
Okay.
I think we were talking about that maybe before we started the actual session, but I
Yes.
had a dream recently about climbing stairs, and it was like the kind of Chinese mountain stairs, but in a building that just kind of kept going up. But it reminded me of a very kind of an Asian structured building. And I was just climbing stairs, and there were so many stairs to climb. And she asked if I got to the top. I'm like, nope, I was just climbing.
Well, and that's the thing, because this is not here to point fingers or say anything about energy other than it's, I believe in previous times. And so my first thought was, oh, so you've been doing this before. This isn't new for you. So that's honestly, the Chinese culture has been around for thousands and thousands of medicine, the meridians, of acupuncture, of herbs. I mean, and that is so important to the culture, that that's where I went. But now I'm looking at this other stuff, and that's why I brought that up, that I don't know this person, but it's very dark. And so what I was going to say also, that a person can be driving in a car and they don't like road rage. I mean, they get road rage, and they could say, oh, and drop the F bomb and say, God, you're in my way. I just wish you would die, like not really meaning it. Or somebody could say that when they're very low vibration, because they don't understand how powerful they are. They don't understand that, what, you just did a curse. And so my point of telling you this is, when somebody throws negativity at you and they try to hook you, they're causing your energy issues. And yeah, like you say, you block it, but you've got somebody who's been a part, that's living with you now, that you're helping. So let's clear it.
Okay.
Okay, so first thing I want you to do is just take that deep breath of the beautiful God energy, and of light, and ask your body where you feel that energy coming into you. Where do you feel it in your body?
Well, I've had other clearings since this whole thing began, and she likes to go for my head. She likes to attack my head.
I
So that,
I I want to know if you feel it.
yeah. Um, I would say physically, where I've felt the tension most recently has been in my mid back through here, as the stress, not just from this situation, but from everything else that's been going on. Physically, I feel like the stress has manifested between my shoulder blades and in my lower neck.
Okay, now go and think about this person, the child. the teenager, and where do you feel the energy from her in your body when you think about the betrayal?
My heart.
Is it a good feeling or is it a painful feeling?
Um, the child is not malicious, and the other side of the family, I don't think is malicious as much as they are just damaged. Um, and there's just
Exactly.
a cycle of bad habits, of um, dysfunction, multi-generational dysfunction. And so there's not anger at these people. If anything, it's more of a pity, but at the same time, I can't just let myself be attacked constantly. I have to
Right. So when
go
I
down.
described, and I want to make sure the viewers understand that when I said communism and I brought up China, all I'm saying is it's a very dark energy of fear. It's not about China. It's about the regime. It's about the government. It's about the energy that wants to control people. Okay. So let's separate. It has nothing really to do with China. I just communism happens to be there. That's why I brought it up. So in that energy, it's void of light. It's very dark when you try to control, manipulate, hurt people. Okay. So
Mhm.
this person in your life and the family lineage is that type of person who you're saying, well, they're not like their thoughts are. Their thoughts are creating hate and anger and hurt because it keeps blasting at you and you keep clearing it and it keeps coming back, right? So
Right.
it doesn't matter. We're not trying to judge. It does not matter. The point is you've got something there it needs clear. And I'm
Mhm.
letting you know that it's not about a regime. It's about the energy that is saying I hate, it's void of light, da 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 da, who are you, why do you think you can do this? It's just in its portraying and coming at you. Okay, so let's clear it.
Okay.
All right. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to lift off this disc that's trying to just interfere with your centeredness and your authenticity, your joy, the God within. Let's just remove it and give it right now to your angels or give it to Christ. Doesn't matter. There you go. Now, where this energy is trying to come in, so we are doing right now um, a release. We are unhooking it at its source, is what we're asking for, to unhook it at its source. And then as it's going, then we are asking to scramble it and to remove it and transform that energy to love and to light. Let's transform all that energy that she is sending out. We're going to stop that stream of energy and you're going to mirror it. Put a mirror there on the top of your head and tell me if you can just send whatever that energy is. So see a mirror and send that energy back to its source. And we're also asking to transform it into light. Is that all right if we transform it into light back to the person in light? Yeah, because we don't want to cause harm. So when people say do the mirror, I'm really not. I'm thinking, well, okay, they're going to see them, but they don't. They're very three-dimensional, very low energy right now, and so we want them to just see light. That all that's there is light. So if you can visualize in your mind's eye, close your eyes and just see light, like a huge, huge bubble of light around your head, asking for the God energy to just surround your head. Just keep sending light out from that part of your head until you tell me that it goes, dissipates, and all there is, the connection can be light. And we're going to ask to hold the light. And we're asking your angels to send this energy. Let's just send the light. Everything else is broken up and scrambled and away.
I feel it encapsulating my whole body from the head all the way down.
The light. Okay, the light. So let's just, yes, that's your, yes, what a powerful being you are. So let's hold the light, sending the light out, and we're asking for that light. So every day in the morning and at night and in the afternoon, if you can visualize that light, it'll stay. Now, you've got it? Okay, now let's go ahead and do the emotional mental release that is needed. And how are you feeling? I know
Much
you
better.
gotta go.
Much better. Moving,
Okay.
but ready to move on.
I know. Ready to move on. Can you feel anything heaviness in your body right now?
It's much lighter, especially
lighter.
the unidentified knife in my back.
Good. The knife is gone. Good. It's gone. And you do have the energy, and the light is holding that. I see that the light around you is holding anything else. So keep that light going. You're very powerful. And reach out to me if you need me. God bless you. And thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Judy.